Hello, welcome to the video instructions for Module 10. Module 10 will be focusing on Chapter 8 of the OER. The topic for Chapter 8 is liking and loving. This is a topic that students are oftentimes interested in because we're looking at developing relationships with other people in terms of interpersonal attraction. Interpersonal attraction is the idea of being physically aroused in the presence of another person in terms of a romantic type of interaction. For this chapter, we will be doing the usual Canvas assignments. This includes a video response, a discussion board and peer responses, as well as your chapter quiz. Be sure to take note of the questions on your chapter quiz so that you can be building a review for your Unit 3 exam. Also, I would like to remind you that as you complete your discussion boards, you should be adding on to the psychological content as opposed to thanking or complimenting your peers. And then, as usual, please read the OER chapter carefully and review the PowerPoint slides and take note of the Canvas deadlines so that you can stay on top of the assignments for this course. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about different types of love. This comes up in your OER, and oftentimes students ask about these types of questions as we're looking at relationships that last across time. Initially, when we become romantically involved with somebody, the relationship typically starts as what we call passionate love-based. This means that there's a high physical arousal. We actually see changes in the neurochemistry and neurotransmitters of the brain early on in relationships. Psychologists used to call this period 6 to 12 months. Now, as life has become more complicated, most social psychologists are mapping out passionate love to last between 6 months and 2 years. Now, for younger students, this often sounds anti-romantic. As you push through a longer-term relationship, the passionate love tends to diminish. And if the relationship is to remain successful, we see a transition from passionate love to what is known as companionate love. Companionate love is based on mutual respect and understanding and common interests. Overall, we'll see that successful long-term romantic relationships involved a shift from passionate to companionate love. Now, another interesting piece of information that I'd like you to think about is the idea of interpersonal attraction. What is it that draws us to other people in terms of this strength or attraction? Oftentimes, people hold on to old notions about interpersonal attraction with statements like opposites attract. Well, the reality is social psychologists find that we're attracted to those who are more similar to us. Also, we tend to be attracted to those who are familiar to us and those who live relatively close to us. Now, that gets a little bit complicated given the interconnectivity of the internet and how we can potentially meet others that come from completely different continents than where we are located. This is not to say that those relationships would not be successful, given that the people are very far from each other. But oftentimes we see the basics of social psychology principles still at work, meaning you are attracted to those on the internet because you share commonalities or similarities with those people. Okay, I think that's it, and I will see you back in the next instruction video.